It seems like the big Nile perch are only going to be found where the dangers are high. I'm hoping to get some survival advice from a group of fishermen camped out on the lake shore.
So why is it off the ground? Why have you got it raised up off the ground? So I mean, one reason it's off the ground is just to keep them dry, but there's also just a real menagerie of animals that's active at night. They say, you know, even pythons will come and sort of snuggle up to you if you're lying on the ground.
Just last year, a man was nearly killed by a 13-foot python. He only escaped by using his cell phone to raise the alarm.
So you actually live here all the year round? It very much is, you know, a very hardcore way of life, this. It is set apart from the rest of society, but I think quite a few people here have got rather shady pasts and, you know, they can't really go back. So that explains why they do live on the edges, this very basic existence, and putting up with the very real dangers that do go with this way of life.
It's a fairly lawless society down here by all accounts, and I'm not exactly comfortable in their presence. Apparently some of these men are wanted by the police for crimes that include murder. This man tells me that not long ago he was out fishing with a friend when he was attacked by a rival gang. Conflict like this has been going on for centuries. They stole his nets and boats, and apparently he was lucky to escape alive. The dangers here come at you from all directions. I'm honoured but a little uneasy when these fishermen on the fringe invite me to join their meal.
So this is tilapia? Tilapia?
Yeah.
A little bit of spice.
Tilapia are a small fish that they commonly target, as they are easier to catch than the Nile perch.
Ah, very good.
Very good. Sushi tilapia. Actually not bad. Thank you.
I realise that if I'm to fish here, I really need to know the risks I'll be facing.
What about the dangers on the lake? I've seen the hippos, I've seen the crocodiles. Is this something that you worry about every day?
No.
Most of these animals, the hippos and the crocs, will be close to the shore. That's the dangerous area. So what they do is they deploy their nets out in the middle of the lake in the deeper water, but obviously they've still got to go through the shallows on their way and on their way back. But they say even so, you know, there are people who've worked with them in the past who have been killed by both hippos and by crocs.
Despite their lumbering looks, many consider hippos Africa's most dangerous animal, as they often kill fishermen. This man knows just how real that danger is.
Altai was walking with his nets along a path, and then he noticed a hippo. And when he saw the hippo, he called out, and his friend ran off, and at that point the hippo charged him. And the next thing that happens is that the hippo is goring him in the side of the chest. The hippo has these two sharp tusks on the lower jaw, and apparently was spearing him with these tusks, and in the process of that actually flipped him over onto his back. And he basically just thought he was going to die, and he was praying for it to stop. He was praying that he would survive this somehow. It appeared that his prayers had been answered because actually the hippo stopped goring him and started moving off towards the lake, towards the water. Shortly after that, his friend actually came back and found him. What injuries were you left with after this? Can you show your... This horrific wound on the chest here, apparently there were 3 ribs broken and with, you know, bits of rib actually visible sticking out. And likewise, the wounds on the leg, there was a flap of skin hanging out. I mean, for me, it just really underlines just what a dangerous job this is, what a dangerous place this is to be a fisherman. I mean, I can scarcely begin to imagine what it's like working as a fisherman on this lake.
I'm overwhelmed to be this close to the earliest tools of my trade.
That's actually, okay, it's after a Nile perch, but that's a nice-sized catfish.